Kingdom of Amular. Simple. Alright? When you're going towards endgame, if you don't know how to use your skill trees, which is what you see here. Each one, how can I put this? Excuse me, holds a specific aspect to the game. It really does. Now, I am building an alpha who, how can I say this? Who's a thief, scout, and he plays well both offensively and defensively to be able to get around. He may not seem as fast, but if you play it correctly, yes, you can. Now, I'm going to go through each skill as they were maxed. I mean, level cap through the main story mode is at 40. I'm taking out all the DLCs, which just came out early in the year. I think it was about 6 months ago. This is before you even start that. Before the original story mode ends. And just before you actually go through the DLC. Take the DLC out of the question. Make it look like it's not even there. And I'm doing this based off, like I just said, off the story mode. Each one of these can actually benefit you for each character based on the story mode, side missions, everything. Now, let me tell you this. Each one, especially blacksmithing, detect hidden, persuasion helps, sagecraft works extremely well, especially when you're making better gear, especially towards endgame. Here's another example. When you're going through the story mode, and you go through here, finish that, go through it, complete it, beginning to end, already beat stun out. Come back down here. There's another map in the lower left corner. Here, if you played the whole entire thing straight through, you should be as close to max as you can possibly get. And through here, you're able to pick up primal weapons. When you actually break those weapons down and make new ones, they're going to be even better if you're using basic weapons. Seriously, I've already beaten this, especially on the PS3, and this is going to get nasty. Depending on the weapon, it can start off as between 180 to just under 400 points of damage. And this is including master crafted weapons and armor. Once that's done, you go through all here and you beat both areas. That includes here in the lower left corner. And the moment you go back to Rathir and you're going towards completing endgame, you should end up right around here. And this is where the endgame is going to come for a second. And you're going to tell me, oh, you shouldn't be worrying about that. Bullshit. Straight up, unadulterated bullshit. And this is where things get interesting. And it will help. But when you jump from here to here, at least right in here, you should have 90% of your gear already set up. Set up, finished, ready to go until your final stretch. And I think it's somewhere down here. You should be able to get your final stat point. Now, if this specific person is listening, Jaded, you should have my list already put in play. And that list includes just before the current DLC starts. Now, you have 9, let's try to get this right, stat points set as books. This is what I would do. Once you get all 9 of those stat points, don't learn them. Not until you have at least, let's see if I can get this right. You have to bear with me here. Excuse me. See if I can get this right. You got to bear with me with this. 4 levels off when you're leveling up, and the 4 trainers. Remember this: 2 beginners, 1 advanced, 1 master. That's 8 points total right there. If you're wondering where that 9th point is going to come from, like I mentioned, those training books did you find? And there's 9 of them all together. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 books all together. I already have 2. Sage crafting, and I think detect hidden. Any one of the 2. Now mind you, there's 9. But be careful. Do not read those books until you have 4 levels already put in when you're leveling up, and then the next 4 for the other trainers. That gives you 8. So that should leave you like right around here. Right around here. That's your 8 levels right off the bat. If not 9. Anywhere between these 2. Now you're thinking to yourself, okay, what the hell does this have to do with your gameplay? Simple. When you're leveling up and you get most of these slots to level up, you're able to do things which you originally couldn't. I want to use my scout / assassin. You already know stealth is going to come into play right off the bat. For every point you put in, allows you to do something which you originally couldn't do. Right where I got that little lit cursor, that's just level 1. 3, 5, 7, 9, max. You're going to probably say, okay, it's not going to help. In your normal gameplay, if you play it right, it will help. It allows you to get from point A to point B to sit there and say, okay, how can I get by this without getting detected? That's your step 1. Persuasion. Enable to you if you decided to steal something and you get caught. And you wish to conversate your way out of a situation without getting violent. And there's consequences if you do. Now, I'm going to hereby sit there and tell you, blacksmithing and sage crafting, you'll be a beast. straight up unadulterated beast. How? That's 7. That's level 7. And yes, I typed out a list, not just for blacksmithing, you see it's not. For every single combination in the game, I've already typed out a list for it. Now, you're probably asking, how can these two make your gear better? Well, you can, by the time you hit 1, 2, 3, 1, harvest components, okay. You have 3 components for crafting equipment, okay, that's even better. Plus, you increase your effectiveness of using repair kits. Meaning, if you want to stay in the field, and you need to get repair kits to stay on the field before going back to actually get your gear fixed, that's going to help. That's 3, 4, 6, 7. This is where things get interesting. Normally, you can only have repair, salvage, rare items. Okay, make sure you get the right pieces for the specific weapons and armor you're looking for. There you go. That's 7. You couldn't use that before, but once you hit level 7, game's over. Well, may not be completely over, but to start in a better direction that you should be. Now, save crafting level 6. Actually, 2, 3. This is where you really need to start combining gems often, quickly. So when you need to start going for in-game, that's going to help out blacksmithing, especially when you hit level 7. Okay, there's 6. There's 8. Now, how does that fall into making better gear? Epic gems can only work on body armor. Well, body armor and robes. These 2 skills individually are nasty. Combined, even worse. You will be so OP, these motherfuckers gonna have a hard time catching you. And if you play this the way it was meant to be played, good luck. Oh, good luck for them. Now, that's 8. Now, level 10. Now, mastercrafted equipment compared to normal gear. Mastercrafted equipment, both weapons and armor, has a specific stat added on than what normal gear don't. In the moment you added epic gems to your gear while you're making mastercrafted, like I said, good luck for these guys coming after you. Good luck. Let's just say, especially later on in the game, as in like that very area towards the end game, just before you beat the story mode. Oh, now, alchemy. Able to start crafting specific potions. The moment you hit 5, I said, okay. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Now, some people only go that far. Maybe. But if you start gathering the materials throughout the whole game, before you even start touching anything, there you go. Level 10. Each one of these are OP in their own right. Now, Mind you, I said I was making a scout and an assassin. Detect hidden. That is okay. This is where things get interesting. Now, that doesn't seem like a very big deal. In more ways, it is. You're able to tell where everybody is, where they're facing, and allows you to identify to a point which way they're going. It allows you to identify and say, oh, allows you to take that step back and analyze before you start moving. And if played correctly with stealth, if you, I think it was an army, is the very last class at the very bottom. I'm trying to remember the name. But if you play detect hidden and stealth, and you got to play this intelligently. Now, that's 4. Find traps and disarm them. Secret doors on the minimap. Okay, that's a secret door. Walk up. Tap the wall, and it opens up. 7. 8. Max. Lore stones, if you go to each area on the map, those are little white dots on the screen. Little white dots, can't miss it. When you go from here to here. No, actually, I'll show you that one. Yes. Let's go. Okay. Back outside. Now, come on. I meant to show you guys this video a long time ago, but never crossed my mind. Till now. Now you notice that you're outside. Now, this map right here, this is the map you want. It gives you every little thing that you need to actually know when to get to. Now, when Detect Hidden is maxed out on this map, I'm not going back to the world map. It allows you to identify where everything is all across the map. But you need to go to area. Stop with this. When you actually need to find the lure stones, max out, detect hidden, flip this on. If there's any lure stones that you are missing in this little area, there's a little white dot exactly where they are. This will give you where it is. Now, that is skills. Now you notice, lure stone and treasures are displayed on the mini-map. Increases the amount of gold you found to explore one. Okay, gold we might be able to get away with it. Dispel. And you need to start opening up treasure chests that have wards on it. We have a purple ward. Can't miss that. This will generate, instead of going incredibly fast, if you had 0 or maybe 1 on it, on level 10, you'll be just going maybe 7/8 of the speed. Lock picking. You can actually force open hard locks. Okay? Plus it'll make it easier. Maybe. Merchandise. Especially this works, especially when you need to actually, get rid of some gear, you get a bit of gold out of it. Okay, fine. Now, persuasion. Like I said earlier, if you wish to talk your way out of the problem. Stage crafting, okay. Max, okay, level 8 is the highest you want to go. While max at 10 allows you to put all the gems in regular gear before you take it apart. That allows you to take them apart. Take those gems out. When you do that, you can pick one of two. The item in question or the gems. Keep one, you destroy the other. Keep that part in mind. Stealth allows you to remain hidden and try not to get caught. How can I put this? Especially safe crafting, inventory, weapons, no. There you go. Notice two utility sockets? You put gem in those. There are weapon, armor, utility, epic. Those are utility. Armor. No. Armor slot. Oh. Wait. Now. You jump down. Otherwise. Comes down to skills, stage crafting. Oh, yeah, alchemy. Able to actually allow you make more of these. Only downside is that you have to get the materials to do something. Other than that, okay. And I hope this little discussion helps. I would hope. And Jaded, if y'all listening, take this with a grain of salt. That's all. Talk to you later. In peace.